Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Boss Talk. I'm Beverly Brister, the host of Boss Talk and the owner of Beverly's Webshop. I'm so glad you are joining me tonight. I'm talking about why lead generation is crucial to your business. It's a topic that is near and dear to my heart because I know for a fact it actually does work. But if you're joining me tonight, I am live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you're out there, just chime on in. I can see your comments and let me know where you're watching from so we can have a dialogue. And if you have any questions, I could hopefully answer them for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Why lead generation is crucial to your business. Now, first of all, I'm sure many of you have heard about lead generation. You heard the term, you heard it, you're familiar with it. If you're not that familiar with it, let me explain what and break that down what it is. Lead generation, it's the process of you're gaining interest of potential customers or leads with information that you have or some carrot or lead magnet, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and you're nurturing them down a path to become paying customers. Okay, so that's lead generation. Now, why is this important? It's important because you need to maintain a steady flow of potential customers. Um, as we saw with the pandemic, that kind of did a whole paradigm shift in terms of brick and mortar businesses that had people walking in and retail establishments, restaurants, even people walking in. When that was taken away from us, where everyone had to be in quarantine, that left a lot of people literally out in the cold. So when you think about if you're a business where you have brick and mortar and you can have some type of digital presence, maintaining a flow of customers or potential customers is critical to that. Even if you're just a brick and mortar organization, it's still, you need to have a lead generation plan in place so that you do have that steady flow. So keeping a steady flow of potential customers in your pipeline is critical because that increases your pool of potential business. Additionally, we know that not everybody is going to convert, but that's okay. If you maintain a steady flow of people in your pipeline, your chances of people converting to um, help you when you don't have those people coming in and making purchases, it just increases your chances of getting more business by having maintaining a steady flow of potential customers in your pipeline. Now, basically, lead generation can be done in 4 steps. I'll break this down for you. So, first, you want to create a lead magnet, or sometimes it's called a carrot. Second step is you want to set up a landing page to capture your leads. Next, you want to promote your lead magnet to bring people to your landing page that's collecting your leads. And lastly, you want to have them funneled to your email list or your CRM or whatever internal system that you have that's pulling in your information that you're gathering as these leads so that you can now set up communications with them. So let's break these 4 steps down. First, when you create a lead magnet, and a lead magnet, just to explain what that is, if you're not that familiar with it, it's an item of value that you have in exchange for someone's information. So examples of that are ebooks, infographics, white papers. You can offer free trials, coupons, even webinars, seminars, anything that requires a registration where you're giving them something in exchange for their information. So that is how you would attract the potential customers with something of value that you're giving them, give away that in exchange for their information. Next, you want to set up a landing page to capture that. Now, this is an example of one of my landing pages where I'm capturing leads, where I was, for my season 1 of Boss Talk, I was giving out a directory of all the bosses that I spoke with. And you have their full contact information in social media feeds and ways that you can connect with them. That's on my website, bevswebshop.com. But as that's one example of a landing page. And at least at minimum, collect their name and their email address. You can always collect more, but keep in mind that the more information that you're going to ask for, the less chances that they're going to want to fill it out. Because think about how you react when you're asked for a lot of information and it feels like you're giving them everything, the kitchen sink, they're asking for your, feels like your blood type and everything else. You don't want to give all that information away, especially nowadays where, fraud and ID theft is so prevalent these days. You're pretty careful about the amount of information you want to get out there. So same here, as you're collecting information for potential leads, just get the bare minimum: first, last name, and email. If you need their phone number or anniversary date or birth date, or some other details, that's fine. Just try to keep it as simple and streamlined as possible so that it's quick and easy, that they can fill it out. And keep in mind too, with landing pages, you want to think beyond just your desktop or your computer. Many people are on their phone or mobile device. So that's another reason why you want to keep your form short and sweet, because they oftentimes are on the go and they're on their mobile device and they're filling this information out. 1, 2, 3, boom, they should be done. Okay. So the next step is you want to promote your lead magnet. There's many ways that you can do that. You can pretty much at every touch point, you want to make sure that you're advertising that you have this lead magnet, whatever it is that you're offering in exchange for their information, whether it's a webinar or a thing that they want to sign up for free. The ways that you just something of value, like we said, the lead magnet. You want to promote it on your social media pages, your website, within your email signature. That's another way too. Think of how many hundreds of emails that we often send a week. It could be missed opportunities there if you don't have the information for them to be able to take advantage of this lead magnet that you're offering, so that you can gather their information and add them to your email list. And lastly, you want to add them to your email list. And once you get them on the list, you need to nurture them. So that's a really, really critical and important step in this funnel, like your marketing funnel that you're leading them down, and how you're collecting your leads. So they are interested in your lead magnet. You get them to your landing page, they fill it out. That landing page has to now funnel into your CRM or whatever system that you have that's collecting the information. But don't just let them get there and then that's it. You need to communicate with them. And it's best that once they sign up for your email list, you give them at least a welcome or a thank you email for doing that, because they didn't have to give their information. And plus, you want to stay top of mind with them by giving them, let's say, an automatic email response for signing up. Now, say you don't have those items in place, and it's understandable. I have a tool for that. One of the greatest tools that I found that I love, and I talked about this last week in my Boss Talk episode 4, where I talked about my favorite tools. One of them is Constant Contact. And with that, it's all in one digital platform. And you can go back and see that episode where I kind of broke it down and gave more detail. But for this episode, I'll just hit the high level points because it's relevant here for setting up for lead generation. You can create landing pages. You can create the landing pages for ways that you can capture your customers. And they have a lot of wonderful templates, makes it very seamless and professional looking, so that once you set it up, it's set, and you can almost forget about it because it's nice and concise. It has a professional look. You match your branding and everything to it, and you have it working even in your sleep. That's a wonderful thing, having things work seamlessly while you're resting or you're on vacation. Also, too, you want to, like I mentioned before, you want to nurture them with email campaigns. That's very, very important. So they have hundreds of professionally designed templates. All of them are very customizable. They're fully responsive. So that means you can go from a desktop, laptop, tablet, your phone or whatever other device that you're viewing it on, and it will look just as nice and professional either way. So it can respond to whatever device that a person is seeing this on. A great way to capture with your branding and everything, potential leads. So I talked about how when you get someone on your email list, you want to respond to them right away. So again, you're staying top of mind for them. So in Constant Contact, there's a way to set up automated emails. So one main one is like a welcome email. As soon as they hit your email list, you can set up even the date and timing. If you want to set it up so that within 6 hours or so, now they're getting a automated thank you or welcome to my email list notification. That's perfect. And whatever time that they sign up, again, you could do this in your sleep. They're getting these automated emails from you, so they're staying top of mind. Additionally, you can set up series of emails. So let's say you have a whole course that you want to send people and introduce them to your product, service, or offering. So let's say it's a 3-step course. So you send them a welcome email, then you can set up this 3-part series and time it out, like however many days apart that you want to send these emails, so that again, you're staying top of mind and they're hearing from you and they're learning more about what you have to offer. Now, if you want to try this out, I have a totally 60-day free trial. If you want to check it out for yourself and see how well it will work for you, if you don't have any systems in place, 60 days don't even require a credit card. You could use this link here, and I will also put this link in the comments below. And here, I'll show it here on the screen as well. You can use that link. You can start with the totally free, no credit card required, 60-day free trial. There are 2 packages. There's the core and the plus. The core gives you all the key elements that you need to send these emails professionally to people. The plus package is the one that has more of the features, where you get your landing pages, you can do polls, you can do surveys, you can do full top to bottom event management, online event management. So you want to get more detail on that, you can look at my previous Boss Talk where I talk about my favorite tools, and I kind of went into more detail about that. Now, you want to know how lead generation makes you money, right? Can you guess what I'm going to say? Through your email campaigns. Exactly. Through your email campaigns. Again, it's really crucial and critical that you have these things in place so that you're connecting with your audience on a consistent basis offline. So the reason why these email campaigns work, as you send notifications out to your potential members, once they join your list, by connecting with them personally, they're getting to know you. They're getting to know your voice. They're getting to know what you have to offer, how it can benefit them, services, products that you offer. So you're just kind of starting the relationship, sort of like a light dating, if you will, and you're just getting to know one another. By them opting in, this is important too, they're giving you expressed permission to reach them. So you don't have to even worry about this being spam, because they're saying, yes, I want to receive information from you. So that's perfect. And that's showing interest already in what you have. Even if they're not ready to buy, they're showing interest, which means communicate with them more, continue pushing them down the funnel so that eventually it does turn into a paid client. With each email that you send out, it's building trust, because you think about even your experiences as you go somewhere and you are considering purchasing a product or even a big ticket item. You don't just necessarily go out there and you just plop all your money down and say, I'll take it, and then haul it off. You look at it, you read reviews about it, you want to kick the tires a little bit, you want to talk to other people that maybe have made that purchase. Same here. So think about that process. You have to start to feel comfortable before you make that purchase. And it's the same thing here. They will want to know more about you, and they have problems that your product or service can possibly solve. They just want to make sure it's the right fit and it's a good investment for them. So the more that you continue to push them down the funnel by communicating with them on a frequent basis, the information that you have about your product, services, and solutions, that's how you build trust. And it's also saying that you're consistent. By sending messages on a regular basis, you're consistent. So after a few emails, let's say, you sent them 3 already, where you're just setting things up, you're setting the tone and um, getting them to understand what you do, what you offer. Now you provide a CTA, a call to action, where you want them to do something else that leads them a little closer to a purchase, or it's actually asking them to make a purchase. The chances of them now going through with that action are much greater because you've taken them down the funnel. You've um, talked with them through your email communications, and even your social media posts that they see about you online, because they're still sniffing you out, they're researching you. But through these email communications, you're now telling them all the things that why you are the best solution for them and how you can specifically solve the problem that they have better than your competitor. This is where chances are they are more willing to make that purchase. Now, just to give you some statistics to show you that email is not dead, because I know there was some talk out there about email being dead, but it is definitely not dead. And in a recent industry study, it shows that 58% of all revenue that's generated comes from segmented and targeted emails. 58%. Also, 72% of people prefer to receive promotional content through email. So that should tell you that, and even just in your own experience every day, as you're getting tons of emails beyond work, and you're getting other emails about products and services and things that even that you've signed up for, maybe forgot you signed up for, you still stay on their list because it's of interest to you and you could make a purchase down the road. This is, you're part of the 72% of people who prefer the content coming into your email. So given that, it is critical that you continue communications and conversations with your audience through these email channels. Now, how Beverly's Webshop can help you with this, if you're still scratching your head about lead generation, not sure where to start, or you have done some lead generation, you haven't found it to be as fruitful as you hear other people are doing with it, we can definitely help you with that. I have 4 lead generation workshop sessions available that can help you and walk you through the process. So they have 4 different concentrations. One is specifically on landing pages, one that talks about shoppable landing pages, another about how you can turn visitors into customers, like through sign up forms, through your website and other places that you have those forms on, and then event management. Now, it will go through constant contact. And, again, I'll break that down in these sessions and show you how specifically these different areas can help with the things that you're looking to do to make a bigger impact and go deeper in reaching your audience. So you can find that on my website at bebswebshop.com/get-leads. Or in short, you can just go to bebswebshop.com and there's a Get Leads, Grow Your Business tab that you'll find. That's my website, bebswebshop.com. And you can find that. So that's really why this is really how you can make a big impact, especially going into 2023. You can fill your funnel and get leads for potential business. And let's say by Q1, the end of Q1, you can have probably a good handful of new customers because you've talked with them, you've nurtured them, you've brought them into your fold, so to say, in your email CRM system or through Constant Contact, and now you're growing your business. You'll see it done exponentially. I'll share with you the reason why I think this and other ways to grow your business is so important to me, and what really touches my heart is, when COVID hit, and pretty much it seems like the whole world was on lockdown. What I experienced was seeing how many small businesses really were knocked off the block, literally knocked off the block. And they just couldn't really figure out what to do. A lot of them were brick and mortar places. Some of them were like a combination, a hybrid of brick and mortar and some digital, but they really, it just came out of left field for everyone. But it really, I just, my heart ached for seeing some of these businesses that were in business for some of them 50, 60 years, and restaurants and local shops, mom and pops. And, you're talking, they're not just numbers, they're people behind these stores that you frequent. And to see that they had to close their doors for good, it just really hurt. Like this one furrier, it was like a family furrier that I knew in the town where I grew up. They were in business for 75 years, and they really did an awesome job of servicing the community. And I was heartbroken because I got to know some of the owners there, and for them to have to close their doors because they just couldn't make it from being closed and locked down, it just really touched my heart. So if using digital means and lead generation and other tools like this can keep you on top, and still, no matter the fluctuation in the economy, no matter the fluctuation in whether the pandemic rears its head again and we go into quarantine, you should still be able to function and feed your families. And that's why I'm in this. And that's what I want for all of you and for small businesses and entrepreneurs, is to be able to still, you know, be in the game and make a difference for your own households and your family and your business. So that's why it's critical and important for me to share this information so that you can continue and just not just survive, but thrive and be able to pass your business down for generations to come. So that was my little story of why I do what I do, because I love the small business owner and entrepreneur, and it just really touches my heart. So if I've shared anything here that is important to you, please share it with someone else, especially another business owner that can use it. If you missed any part of it, you can catch the replay. It'll be available on all of my feeds on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And for those of you who are Instagram people, this will be also shown on my Instagram next day on tomorrow. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Beverly Brister of Beverly's Webshop and the host of Boss Talk, and I will see you next time.